The red, the black, and the green spoke out for the people of the Africa here in the United States of America. Not since Marcus Mosiah Garvey has there been an event of this caliber. There have been other African Day parades, however, they have not been inclusive of all of the African countries, African friends of the United States. Prince of very wonderful. Very small but very effective. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank everyone for coming out. While our gathering may seem a little bit minuscule at this time, we don't worry about that. If it's one of us here, we're happy. This is about paying homage to our ancestors. I would just like to take this opportunity to give a homage to Mr. Brian. Mr. Brian, African Friends of the United States Chief Drummer. Good to see you. Glad you make it here. You go see something, ladies and gentlemen. The truth is here. Ladies and gentlemen, the Prince is on his way, and what you're about to see have not been shown in the United States. This will be the first time you see an event of this caliber. And basically, what that is called a palm queen. A palm queen. And that's what they use to carry royalty in Africa. I would also like to highlight this bit of information to you. In the beginning of time, there was one language. One. One language for every single being on this earth. And every single being on this earth owes their being, their existence, their life to the continent of Africa. That's where life began. So whoever you are, wherever you're from, no matter what your nationality, the first language was... If you look on the poles, you'll see flags on the poles. These flags are representative of all the countries in Africa. When you hear Africa, a lot of people think Africa is one little minute place, and there is just one little unit of Africa. Africa is a continent, a vast continent, with a variety of different folks. The same way how we would look at the French as being different from the Italian, as being different from the British, as being different from the German, and so on and so on and so on, it's the same way we have to treat the African continent. It is time for peace and love and unity. It is time. It is time for peace and love and unity. And we here today from African Friends of the United States are going to showcase for you African Friends of the United States from Cultural Truth. Now, back to the Palm Queen. In Africa, when the Prince, King, royalty is moving, a lot of occasions you find royalty being carried. Being carried. You will see that here today. You will see that here today. Now, we had a bit of rain this morning. Look at the sun. Do you see it? Look at the sun. You see it? It's time for peace, love, unity. Ladies and gentlemen, the primary mission of AFOS was to establish a parade for the African diaspora over the last 10 years. The secondary goal was to establish Africa Day Parade in 2012 to educate Americans and folks of the African diaspora about the cultural and historical contributions of the continent of Africa.